what's up? I know it's been a while, but I'm here with a fun video for you. It is a collaboration video with my girls, Melissa, the Thrifty Broad, and Bob from Bob Buys. So today, when you're seeing this video, it's going to be the end of September, which is also the beginning of spooky season. So we thought we'd do a fun little video about thrifting for Halloween. That's right. This is a great time to make some extra money or to enhance your reselling stores and closets, because there is so much you can pick up in a thrift store to resell for Halloween. And this is going to go beyond what you think is traditional Halloween costumes. And I'm going to talk about what I'm looking for when I go out thrifting. So you're going to want to watch their videos too, and I'll have those linked in the description below. But I did go thrifting and I picked up some things to share with you and explain to you why I grabbed them. And then also I'm going to share with you some of my solds over the years of items that are great Halloween items. So I hope you enjoy this video and let's get into it. So we're going to start with the basics. If you're a thrifter, you're an avid thrift store goer, you're a reseller, you probably know that most of your thrift stores are going to have a Halloween section. They get on board because they know this is a good opportunity to make some money, and you should be thinking about it too. So usually in that section, I'm usually looking for one of two things. I'm looking for interesting costumes that aren't run-of-the-mill, not something somebody can run out and go to a big box store and grab. And then also, a lot of times you can find some really great pieces that sell year-round. I have found so many awesome like dresses or jackets that actually I can sell all year if they don't sell for Halloween. So that's what I'm looking for. So I did stop by the Halloween section when I went thrifting and I picked up one costume. Now I don't want any basic costumes because anybody can run out and grab those. I'm trying to think of costumes that may be harder to get for a good price. And I did find this one. It is a like cave woman jungle dress. It was marked in the dresses at $6.99 but was half off. So this would be one item that I'm picking up. It's not like all the other basic costumes. It's a little bit different. And so that may be something you want to look into. Also, don't forget to go through your old costumes or your kids' costumes and get those listed too. I have a bunch of my kids from over the years. They'll probably never use them or wear them again, so I'm going to get them listed. And so that's a good resource for you just around your house. So let's talk about what are the run-of-the-mill type costumes that you know are going to be big sellers. First is decades. So you want to think about, a lot of people do flappers, so like 1920s, they might do like a 50s housewife or even a zombie housewife. They'll do 80s, 90s prom dresses, maybe have a bloody prom dress, something like that. And so I do have some examples I'm going to share with you of, here's a dress that is from the 90s, very basic, not anything super exciting, but I did sell it for a good price point, and this would make a great costume. Also, 80s prom dresses. They are big sellers for me. I actually sell them year round. So if you find some of these in October, do get them listed because it's a good season to sell them. But no, if they don't sell, they sell all year. So another good point on those. Also, if you're looking at 80s, you might want to try some quirky sweaters. Here's some examples of solds of sweaters that I have listed, and I still pick up all year round, but can do really good for Halloween if you're looking to do decades. I also grabbed this dress when I was out thrifting. It's by the brand Hutch. So I know I can sell it even if it doesn't sell in October, but it is a brand that's been carried by ModCloth and on Anthropologie, but it is a very 1960s style dress. These polka dots right here are actually pockets. It is very much just a basic, but would be cool for somebody who's doing sort of like a 60s vibe for Halloween. So I thought that was a great find. The thrift store had it marked as $6.99, which is the regular dress price, but again, it's an item that I know will sell even if it doesn't sell in October. And so that's what I'm trying. I don't want to list things that are just going to sit if they don't sell for Halloween. Also look for fun things like tracksuits. I have sold a ton of like 80s and 90s tracksuits. Think the Goldbergs, TV show, things like that. People love to pick these up for Halloween. And also mechanic suits. So these can be used for Halloween, but also I sell them year round. Also sell them for a good price point. So just check out these comps on these mechanic suits because they can be good sellers any time of the year. What about farmers? A lot of people are gonna dress up as farmers. So I found these amazing overalls on this thrift trip. They are vintage, they are Oshkosh, and these are actually the Vesta backs. So these are actually ultra rare, and when I show you the comps for these, holy cow, y'all. So I definitely was gonna grab these because they only had it marked at $4.99, and this would make a cool like farmer's outfit, but really you can wear it any time of the year. So that's why I grabbed it. So definitely don't forget too, when you're listing these items, you know, even if they're not gonna sell in October, you can put cosplay, you can put Halloween, you can put costume, all those sorts of keywords that are going to get people popping off in October. And then just also know if they don't sell, you always have the option of selling them later on. And people like to buy weird, quirky stuff year round. So Halloween can be all year. Also, definitely goth and punk rock is a big costume this time of year. This is just a little faux leather skirt I found, but I thought it looked very 80s. Could be punk rock, could be goth. And it is by Express. Now, I don't normally pick up Express, but this was marked at $4.99 at the thrift store, and it's new with tags. So the original retail on this was $74. So again, after Halloween, we're gonna be going into the fourth quarter as far as reselling goes, and a lot of people look for new with tags items. So no doubt that I'll be able to flip my $5 investment into at least $20. And so it's good to get this listed now in case someone needs a little punk rock skirt. And if not, I'll still be able to sell it sometime during the year. And then what about just like basic items? Because for example, this year, me and my friend are going to be Mario and Luigi for my kids' Halloween carnival. So I picked up this skirt. It is free, people. It's just a little denim skirt, but I thought it would be good for maybe like a Western look, that I could list it as an option for Western wear. With my Mario costume, we're going to be doing denim instead of wearing like a costume Mario like overalls. And I bought a little denim jumper dress. And I bought it on Poshmark. So do think outside the box as far as like costumes. That brings me to my next point. I like to do my kids' costumes. I used to buy store-bought costumes when my kids were really young, but now I like to go out and thrift their costumes. Last year, and I'll pop up a picture, my kids won in the costume contest at their school, and they were actually two of the characters from the show Stranger Things. So you want to think, what is popping right now? What are people really into? And instead of going and buying a costume, I could have gone to any Halloween store and picked up a Stranger Things costume because it was a big time show. I instead thrifted all the items that they wore for their costume except for their wigs and my son's hat. So that was it. Other than that, everything else is completely thrifted. So think about what is happening right now. What is popular? Barbie movie is popular. You know, we know that. We've seen a lot of pink selling, but some people who don't dress up may be dressing up for Halloween in some sort of Barbie ensemble. This year I'm doing Wayne's World for my kids, so I will be thrifting the majority of their costumes. We do have one wig left over from last year. Last year we're gonna reuse, and then I will get another wig, which they can play with all year. So it's a lot of fun, but think like that. Think what is going on right now? What is popular? What are you seeing on television, commercials, movies? And when you go to the thrift store, be thinking about those things and look to find items that fit into that. Here's an example of an item I sold for Stranger Things when the show first came out. One year I picked up this two-piece set. It's from late 80s, early 90s, very much similar to what Millie Bobby Brown wears in the show Stranger Things, and it's a two-piece set, and I was able to sell it during Halloween for somebody who was dressing up to do a Stranger Things party. Vintage is definitely your friend, and you can find tons of things for decades, but also you might find something like this dirndl dress where somebody could do like a beer winch and wear it. And I got this at the thrift store and sold it. So there's another option for you. Just always think outside the box. I was thrifting right after Ruth Bader Ginsburg passed away, and it was getting close to Halloween, and I thought, I got a great idea. I found a bunch of these doily collars, which I will pop up, and I listed them very quickly. I paid, I think 50 cents or $1 for each one of them. And y'all, they sold so quick. So they were different sizes. Some of them were adult size, some of them were children, and one of them was a baby size. But I did list them right away, and they sold because people were looking for Ruth Bader Ginsburg as a costume inspiration for Halloween. So that's how you can definitely think outside the box when you're thrifting for Halloween. There's always money to be made, but when you take advantage of what season you're in, you are a lot more likely to have items turn over quicker. And don't forget to look for weird, quirky items too. This is a vintage MooMoo that I picked up when I went thrifting for this video, and it has a crazy novelty print of bingo cards and numbers all over it. So this would be really funny if somebody's going to be dressed up like a bingo grandma, wearing a visor, holding the dabbers or whatever they're called. And it was $6.99 at the thrift store in the dress section, but really cute. Even has pockets, so be fun to wear for Halloween, but something that I know will probably sell year round. So definitely think outside the box. You don't have to go for the traditional costumes. Those can be so boring. I mean, anybody can go to a big box store and buy a costume out of the bag, but it's the really great costumes that come from imagination and really thinking, what can I do to be different and stand out at those Halloween parties, costume contests, wherever you're going this holiday season. So the last thing I wanted to touch on is if you have an event that you're having to buy a bunch of costumes for. I'm homeroom mom of my youngest's class, and we are in charge of the haunted house. This year we're doing sort of an adventure house. We're doing Indiana Jones. Of course, it'll still be creepy because it's like a cave. We're gonna have skull walls and a snake pit and all kinds of fun stuff. But I have to buy costumes for the high school students who are going to be working inside the haunted house, the little scarers, to wear. So guess where I'll be going to pick up their costumes? That's right, the thrift store. So don't discount the thrift store when you're shopping for Halloween, either for yourself or to resell. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to go check out my friends Bob and Melissa's videos. If you're new here, I am a full-time reseller. My name's Victoria, and I hope you enjoyed this video and you want to stick around, subscribe to the channel. Be sure to like the video on your way out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, y'all.